Okay. Hey, welcome back to Big Brother Cycling, or if you're here for the first time, welcome aboard. We invite you to come along with us for a little ride. We're going to highlight our trip out to South Dakota today. We're going to talk about our trip up to Custer's Peak. It's a short little run from where we were. We camped at the Fish and Fry campground about 5 miles south of Lead and Deadwood. Joe and I were there along with our older brother Tom, and the Big Brother cycling crew had an absolute blast out there at Sturgis Week. So what you're seeing here is me following Joe as we head up to Custer's Peak. Custer Peak is one of the more prominent peaks in north-central area of South Dakota's Black Hills. It's located about 7 miles south of Deadwood Lead area. The peak was named for General George Armstrong Custer, of famous Custer's Last Stand, of course, who explored the area in 1874. Though the mountain was named for him, his group did not make any attempt to climb the peak. I can see why. It's about 3,400 feet to the top, and essentially it is a cool place to go when you're up at the top of it with a fire lookout and some other things. But we added a couple of things to our system. Obviously, you can see down there in the lower right-hand corner that we've got a camera pointed at me, and Joe didn't run a camera for this trip. We've also added a set of communicators. We added the Sena 50R, and unfortunately, Joe was I couldn't record his voice yet, and he couldn't record mine yet, so we're working on that. So you might hear me respond to him, but you won't hear what his questions are during the ride. So we're working on that, and we'll get that figured out in the near future. So sit back, enjoy. This was an absolutely blast of a little ride, and it was really my first off-roading with my new desert sled. So sit back, enjoy. If you do like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. Smash it if you want. It is very exciting for us to see that. If you want to share, if you want to subscribe, we're trying to grow the channel. And we've actually got several more videos coming at us this next couple of weeks from our South Dakota trip. So sit back and enjoy some of the footage. So to get to Custer Peak is usually accessed from Highway 385, about 7 miles south of Deadwood Lead area. turn west onto Forest Road 216.1, 216.1. Just over 2 miles west from the highway, you'll find Forest Road 216.2. Here you can choose to hike or four-wheel the rest of the way. Turn there towards the north and follow the road to Forest Road 216.2A. It's about a mile. There's also another road that goes east from that intersection. It is a snowmobile Trail 7, and if you are four-wheeling at this point, you may have to park and hike the rest of the way to the summit. The Forest Service sometimes has the road closed from that point. If it's in an extreme fire danger period, all further access to the summit may be closed until further notice. So you want to be sure to call ahead, and the Forest Service office in Custer should be able to give you the latest information. The Forest Service office number is 605-673-9200. So here you can see we stopped for just a quick view. We thought we were nearing the peak, but we weren't even close. Yeah, even at this lower altitude, you got a huge view probably for 50 or 60 miles. So Joe set up his Osmo Pocket. We did a little bit of a panorama view, and then jumped back on to do some more riding.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Well, first time through it, let's go make it through easy. Yep. There's some water back here. Scaring the birds. Does that work? Yeah, it's a pretty hard bouncy ride right now. This is very cool through here. Correct.
Up to Custer Peak and all of that is actually public land. This is public land with no access fees as yet.
This would be a good spot.
But forest fires in the region are serious concerns, and the no access rules are enforced during extreme fire danger periods. There are also some vehicle restrictions from the junction of Forest Roads 216.1 and 216.2. Only small to medium-sized four-wheel drive vehicles are allowed from that point on. Road 216A gets quite narrow, so if you're actually trying to drive that section, please be prepared for some long backing if you encounter a Forest Service Jeep or other vehicle coming the other way. So this was our first time up Custer's Peak, and we came in from the east, and we had not been up in this section at all before. First time out to South Dakota.
Top of the hill.
Last. And Joe was using the National Forest Service map and GPS on his phone, so we did have to stop a couple of times to bring it back up, make sure that we're going the right direction, and definitely did not want to get onto private land or get ourselves in any trouble with accessing an area where we shouldn't. But it worked fantastic. We didn't. It didn't lead us astray. We may have taken a wrong turn or two, but that was just because our unfamiliarity with the area. It is a fast little run. It is a lot of fun. It was challenging, and we came into some spots you'll see here in a little while that had some rocky area and some climb. And again, my first time on the Ducati in the off-road condition. It was a learning experience for me, but I definitely enjoyed it, and you'll see here in a bit that we had some fun climbing.
Right. Yep. Correct. Yep. I got some standing water back here. Yep. Yeah. That's a good learning experience for me. Yeah, no, this is definitely. Yeah, that's true. That's cattle. That must have been that cattle crossing back there. Kept them in. This is the other one at the other end. Well, no, they're on the other side. Okay, keeping them in their section. Hello, boys. Right. Oh, it looks like we go over and go left and climb here in a minute. Said left and left. Better check though. Figure out how to keep it running. Probably setting. Yeah, I don't think there's a road that actually goes to the right. Okay. All right. This looks like a logging road. maybe. Yeah, right choice tonight. Yeah, we're gonna run out of lights. Yep.
So as you can see, we're starting to hit a little bit of rougher territory here. There's definitely more rocks in the road and a few more ruts. Definitely out of the saddle right now, letting the bike kind of do what it wants to do underneath you while modulating the throttle. And I think you can see here in a second that in a bit I screw up and actually am in the wrong gear as I try to climb one of the hills and stall it, much to my chagrin. But I have to give all the credit in the world to the scramblers. They did exactly what they were designed to do. Just like right there, I screwed up, and it was time to definitely change out what was going on, change the gear, and
I'm good.
Put it back in, and off we go, kind of thing. So it happens to the best and the worst of us, I guess. But just jumping back on and hitting it. The Ducati just performed flawlessly. That was just my own carelessness.
Yep. Well, I was in second. Yep. I'm in boots. Yep.
So this is all public land. The summit is normally open year around, but heavy winter snow could mean you might need to snowshoe to the top of the summit. And of course, during times of serious drought and frequent forest fires, the access to the summit is closed. Summer lightning can also be a deterrent to a hike. For the latest weather in the area, check the Custer Peak lead South Dakota weather. There's a wealth of public and private campgrounds all throughout the area, including lodging facilities. Actually, there's too much to list, but you can go out to the National Forest Campgrounds website or the Deadwood Chamber of Commerce, blackhillscampgrounds.com, or South Dakota State Parks. And we did see several people out there boondocking, just parking their campers and so forth out in Primitive Camping and enjoying this incredible area. It is beautiful.
Right. Yeah, he would not appreciate this. But lot of soil erosion.
So once again, we did have to check the map there. Custer Peak map details are shown on the Minnesota Ridge USGS, U.S. Geological Survey quad map. A great map for this area is the National Geographic Black Hills North map. Also quite helpful is the free Bear Lodge and Northern Hills Ranger District motor vehicle use map. So if you're planning on taking quads or Jeeps or other 4x4s up to this area, both of those maps are an excellent source. And of course we had the U.S. Geological map on an app, and once we kind of got used to where we were going, Joe checked it out a few times, and we definitely made use of the GPS on his phone.
Right.
Worked out really well for us, and like I said, we were able to pick a route that worked fantastic for the off-road.
You have to get all the way back into the app
Desert
when
Sled.
it turns off like that. Okay. Yeah, look up and to your left. I think that's your mountain, isn't it? Okay. Yep. Yeah, it is. Still think you want to mount your Osmo Pocket on a vibrating mount? Oh, look at it. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yep.
The final stretch to the summit is less than 1 mile. I wouldn't recommend trying to drive this section, as it seems to be for ranger use only. It is very narrow and there are no intersections, meaning that if anyone encounters a Forest Service vehicle coming down, it would be a very difficult process of backing down in a long way. Eventually you'll come to a very small parking lot. The last segment goes up to the ranger parking space, then turns into a rocky trail to the fire lookout tower.
Oh, over there. Gotcha. I'm good. I'm good. In the right gear, boom, right over the top, out of the saddle. Yep, but out of the saddle. Makes all the difference in the world. Like I said, I wish my right foot peg was, yep, an inch wider would be just perfect. Yep. Yeah, oh man, amazing. Correct. Oh my. Guessing this is it? Nope. Oh yeah, just up to your right. Yeah, that's for sure. That's getting on film though, so that's good. Yeah, I'm filming. That's it, huh? Oh yeah. If you look behind you, there's a no visitors, not a trail piece.
The Fire Lookout Tower at the summit was constructed in 1937-1938, and it's still used, though generally only during fire seasons. And what you're seeing here, we're off the bikes, and there's just a simple hiking path up to the top. But as you're about to see, the views are absolutely spectacular up there. The Lookout Tower is now on the National Historic Lookout Register, and there are also several other small buildings at the summit, plus some ruins of earlier structures. And in a bit I'll throw a photo of one of those structures that had a little rabbit in it, safe and tucked away in his hidey hole there. The views from the summit are clear and pretty much unobstructed. Perhaps the easiest summits to identify from Custer Peak would be Harney Peak to the southeast, Bear Butte to the northeast, and Terry Peak to the north. In 1893, the peak was used for a USGS triangulation station, along with Harney Peak near the town of Custer and Bear Butte near Sturgis. In 1925, a USGS, U.S. Geological Survey brass cap on a pipe was placed at the summit. Today there are 3 markers all near the tower. And as you can see from the views, which were essentially probably the prettiest I've seen from a particular spot in my lifetime, we were able to walk around all 4 sides of this lookout tower up there. And this is just kind of a quick video of what you would see as you walk around the tower. And again, you can see for miles, and we even had a hazy day, but the climb was so fun and definitely well worth it. And we're going to pan through a few photos here of the panoramas from each corner of the lookout tower. So I hope you enjoy that.
We came up from the left, and there's somebody else coming. We're in the trail. See him right.
So as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous up there. So worth the trip and so worth the exciting fun to get up there anyways. I don't know how you could not enjoy it. We were losing light quickly, so we decided to come down off the mountain. One of the nice things about the way we come down off the mountain, it's a shorter route, it's smoother, and it's a little faster. We had been talking with a local couple and their son who had come up in a side-by-side, and it was a lot of fun to see them. They were talking about the usage during bike week, and they said it's virtually non-existent because the 4x don't come in. and the Harley riders don't go up to this area. So very, very cool.
That guy's got a nice little setup with his wife and kid. Well, that kid's small enough for right now. Right. Yeah, I'm here, focusing. Yep, made it down the rough stuff. You're breaking up. You're getting out of my line of sight. Yes, but you're making me run harder than I'm comfortable with at the moment. All right? Yep. That was just some pretty... Yep.
So I am really pleased to say that the Ducati was
on.
more than exceeded my expectations. The ability to handle the gravel, the little bit of the climbs, the rocks, the suspension that it had, and we hadn't even bothered to turn off the ABS and go into the off-road mode in the Ducati Desert Sled. So you can see Joe sliding a little bit, but for the most part, it was a fantastic. Short ride up and down the mountain, and once again we were taking a different route as we descended, so Joe was going to check his map one more time.
I got it.
Little did we know that we were about to encounter the herd of black cows that were definitely not pleased with our intrusion into their evening grazing there. Anyway, it was a tremendous ride. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to go back and repeat. It's quite a bit of a haul out there for us, but it worked out fantastic. And again, we appreciate you tuning in to the Big Brother Cycling YouTube channel. As I mentioned, if you do like what you see, hit that like button. We're trying to improve this all the time and make it more enjoyable and be a little bit educational at the same time. If you want to hit the share button, we definitely appreciate that too. And if you'd like to subscribe, we are so appreciative of when you do that because it helps the channel to grow. And when it grows, more people see it. Here comes the murderous black cows as we try not to get in their way, and they try to get out of ours. And once again, I do apologize to the cows for interrupting their evening grazing here. So until we talk to you again, this is the Big Brother Cycling crew saying thank you very much. Enjoy.
Okay.